What is the output of the following code? Right, so let's go through it. We have a for loop here. I starts off as 3, and then we check the condition. That's the first step of that loop. We check is 3 greater than 0. That's true. So since that's true, we're going to go to step 2. We're going to run the code inside of that loop. Okay, so all of this code has to be done, and that is step 2. Now, the tricky part with this one is it's a nested loop. So we have to actually now go into another for loop. So this for loop is J, and J is starting off as 4. Now I check the condition here, 4 less than or equal to 5. That is true. So since step 1 of this for loop is true, I have to do step 2 of this for loop. And that would mean to multiply I times j. So the output is going to print 12 and a space. So the cursor is still on the same line because this is a print, not a print ln. Now step 2 is done for that inside loop, which means I have to go to step 3 for the inside loop. Remember, the outer loop, we're on step 2, which means I have to finish this entire inside that I boxed in pink here before I move on to step 3 of the outer loop. So I'm still on step 2, it's just that I have to completely finish this inner loop before doing the system print and then being able to move on. So that's why I'm going to do step 3. J increases by 1, so J goes up to 5. We check the condition 5 less than or equal to 5. That's true. So I repeat the code to system print I times J. So 3 times 5, that's 15. And then a space, and then do step 3. J goes up by 1, J is now 6. But when we check, is 6 less than or equal to 5? No. So then, now that inner loop is finally done, we go to the line of code right after that inner loop, which is the system print, and we're printing nothing. So since it's a print ln, it will just move the cursor to the next line. So now step 2, I'm done with all of the code on this outer loop here. So I'm going to do step 3 for the outer loop. I decreases by 1, I goes down to 2. I check the condition, is 2 greater than 0? That's true. So I'm going to go ahead and run the code for 2. So I start J again, because inside of this inner loop, J is going to restart as 4. I check 4 less than or equal to 5, that's true. So I multiply 2 times 4, so it prints 8 with a space. Then J goes up by 1, J is now 5. I check 5 less than or equal to 5, true. So now it prints 2 times 5, 10 with a space. Then J goes up to 6. But when we check 6 less than or equal to 5, that's false. So this inner loop is now done. We print a new line, which will move the cursor to the next line. Then we do step 3 for the outer loop. I goes down to 1. We check the condition, is 1 greater than 0? That's true. So we run the code again. J starts again as 4. We check 4 less than or equal to 5, that's true. So we print 1 times 4 prints 4 with a space. J goes up by 1, makes it 5. So 5 less than or equal to 5, true. So we print 1 times 5 with a space. And then J goes up by 1, becomes 6. And then that inner loop is done. We print a new line, which goes to the next line. I goes down by 1, now that's step 3 for the outer loop. And then 0 greater than 0 false, so the program is done. So this is the output, which if you check is answer choice C. Now, based on the code, we could have probably figured out that the answer choice was C right after the first 2 iterations. Because once I did 12 and 15, I could have figured out that the answer was C. So I didn't really need to finish the entire loop to know what the answer was for this problem.